Hello, welcome back to Lyric Hi-Fi. If you've just watched our last video, I'm not wearing the same shirt 2 weeks later. We actually just decided to do two in one day. Welcome back to Lyric Hi-Fi. It's October 2021. It's autumn. The trees are shedding their leaves. We've got beautiful shades of yellow and russet leaves as we look across outside here. And it's a time of year when we've got What Hi-Fi Awards. So I thought I would talk to you about the What Hi-Fi Awards. So I'm sure you're saying, what's that got to do with all this? And what's all this? Well, these are here because they look cool and because frankly, we finished the last video and just thought we'd leave them there. But this is here because it's something different. Anyway, come back to that in a second. The What Hi-Fi Awards are on in about 2 weeks' time. And I've been invited to go along and watch people drinking too much, getting their awards, getting dressed up at a fancy London hotel. And they've already announced the products that are winning the general awards, but the products of the year, the special awards are done at this. And what made me think about doing a little rant, really, rather than video, a bit of a rant about this. I was looking at the thing for the What Hi-Fi Awards. There are 109 awards. Fantastic. How can you have 109 awards for hi-fi? 109? Really? I mean, so I thought I'd better have a look at what they were. You know, best sound bar under £300. I frankly don't care at all. Or over £300. We sell sound bars, it's fine, but an award. Best phone. Really? Best phone. Best set-top box. Sky Q won it. Yeah, okay, great. So many of these awards, you just think, what is going on? Every manufacturer makes everything. And so it just becomes all devalued because every manufacturer has to win something. So I've the greatest of respect for some manufacturers, and I'm sure you're bored me talking about things like Lynn, that they actually have some integrity about wanting to make products for purposes and of performances rather than just filling the world with products. I mean, I'm sorry, but I come from an age where Porsche made sports cars, whereas now they make money out of SUVs, which I'm sure they're very, very good. And you know, Jaguar made big cars, not 4x4s or things that have a Range Rover underneath them and badges on them. But people made things they were good at and they'd specialised, and I like that. And things were simpler then, which is what comes back to this. This was made by a British company called Rogers. And where this ties in are in a couple of ways. Rogers are back in business, but of course they're not actually back in business. Somebody bought the name and they're recreating things that Rogers made years ago, which is fine. I have no problem with that. But they're going to make a range of all these things. They're going to have lots of them, and that's fine. But this is the simpler era where people come into this shop and they look at this stuff and they go, in my museum section, and what's that? And rather than keeping it a secret for people coming in, I thought I'd share it with you. So this was made probably around about the late 50s or early 60s. So it's about the same age as me. It's about 60 years old. And all you've got on the front of this is one button. Hey, and the one button says off, and then it says light, third, and home. And people don't know what this is. But for some people, this is all you need. This is all your entertainment in one box. So you go from an off button and we'll start with home. Back in the day, the BBC broadcast a service called the Home Service. So this is a radio. And the Home Service talked about things in the home, and during the day it still has Women's Hour because the Home Service became Radio 4 and it also had the news. So that was the first station of the BBC broadcast. You know, the old, hello, BBC London calling. That's the Home Service. And the second programme that they actually broadcast was the Light programme. So that was chat and entertainment and popular music. And the Light programme was later renamed as Radio 2. So they had the Home and they had the Light, and they had one more programme that they couldn't think of a name for, so they called it the Third programme. And the Third programme became Radio 3, so it was for classical music. So there you are, all you needed in this life. You don't need, you know, Absolute Radio and Heart, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, Virgin, blah, 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 you know. And in my car, I don't know how many radio stations. I've got dozens. And it's Bruce Springsteen, 57 channels and nothing on. You can't listen to any of them for more than a few seconds. You start playing rock and roll radio where you just go from one channel to the next to hear something you like. But back in the day, you could actually listen to things and maybe learn a wee bit. So, what are you talking about, Michael? What's this rant about? Well, if things were a little bit simpler and people made things that were designed to sound good and they concentrated on that, then maybe we'd have better products. Whereas now we've gone into lots of different things that are fashionable and appeal to niche markets and appeal to advertisers so they can sell you other things. And so hi-fi is fashion instead of being what I think is a classic looking beautiful box. You've got people that make, I don't know, let's say outrageous big horn loudspeakers with big white domes and things. I think they're great, and if you want to buy them and they make you smile, then I'm really happy for you. But please don't pretend to me it's any good, even though you think it is. Because engineering and things count for people that are able to do something well and people that know what they're doing. Because the hi-fi manufacturer that pops up in his garage and carves something from a piece of bone, whalebone, and makes something that's unbelievably expensive to do because this numpty only makes 3 of them a year, most of those aren't very good. Anyway, this was just a rant about things and about the What Hi-Fi Awards. I'm going to go off to the What Hi-Fi Awards and have a nice glass of wine and talk about all kinds of things, and I'll come back and report on that, and then maybe we'll do an interview from that as well. So thank you for watching that. If you want some more of this kind of stuff, press subscribe. If you think I'm a madman, you can press unsubscribe. Can you press unsubscribe? Anyway, okay, but thanks for watching. See you soon.